here we are together again, my guides are saying, in a moment that I didn't plan. As the eclipse energy came forward, I decided to just, my guides are saying, show myself, come back out into the public, have some moments for us to connect and to stream through the messages and the energy that's been coalescing inside of me since I leapt out of Moonrise Cottage. If you don't know, a series of events unfolded for me in my life, and it became very clear that it was time for me to move on to the next adventure. And so with a certain heaviness in my heart, I did that. Some amazing things happened around that decision, and I'm feeling that many of you have been through a very similar process. These are the days we are in. That is what is streaming through to me. So I wanted to just take an opportunity to speak to the things that are coming through to me and through me, and offer them to my subscribers and anybody who might happen across this live stream and jump in. So if you're here and you're seeing the live stream, say hi so that I know that you're here. I'd appreciate that. And I'm just going to go forward and we'll see where this brings us. I am getting a lot of downloads. This eclipse is really intense, as we know. If you have not looked at the astrology, please go and listen to Molly McCord, her podcast on YouTube. Please go and listen to Pamela Gregory. I am not going to repeat that information. I used to do that, but this time I'm not going to repeat that information. So I'm going to just give it over to my guides. I'm going to channel some information. Some cards will come out, they're saying, and when the message is finished, I'll jump over to the chat and we'll just say hello to each other. I'll see who's there, okay? So gang, here, part of what's coming forward has been a lot of information about the tapestry and the way in which the tapestry forms and the way in which we need to interpret the deeper aspects of the astrology when it comes to the formation of what my guides have been calling for many years the tapestry. They're talking about when my channel started and the impulse that caused that to happen. So it is that impulse that is coming into its fruition moment in these days, leading into the eclipse, from the eclipse into the solstice on the 20th of December, and then into the days when Pluto's return to the chart of the United States comes into fruition, beginning in February of 2022 and lasting through 2023. And then the energy will be handed to Aquarius, and Pluto will move in to a phase of bringing forward innovation, expansion. Now we are in a phase that is causing all the disruption that we're seeing on every level. Earth changes, political changes, challenges. On this day, there are 2 trials going on here in the United States. Please, if you don't know that information, go and look, okay? Do your best to use non-politically attached news sources that report just the facts. Because the rest of it, let's face it, no matter which side of the aisle you're on, it's spin. And it is meant to cause us to feel elevated emotions. We're going to feel them anyway. It's part of the moment that we're in. So basically, the seeds of the United States that were planted into the cosmic energy, stored up, okay, my guys are saying elevating themselves, meaning the energy, from our inception point here in the United States as a nation, into this moment. There was a purpose for that. And we see all the issues coming now to the surface for rectification, for cleansing, for healing, for testing, to allow things to fall away that do not serve our highest good, and to bring forward the again, my guides are saying the nesting place for the seeds of what is meant to come forward after these moments are done. So it's hot. This eclipse is coming in hot. I actually stayed home. I decided I was not going out. I've seen a lot of upheaval. The people who've been coming through for readings, many of them are attempting to contact their loved ones on the other side. There is a desire to pierce through the veil in these moments. That's what this eclipse is for. So again, my guides are talking about the astrology. Please avail yourself of the astrology that is out there so you understand the moment. And what my guides want to transmit in these moments is some deeper thoughts. They're talking about deeper understanding, deeper thoughts about the moment that we're in on this particular day and in this particular lineup of planets and energy and intention that we bring forward because of the desires in our hearts and the way our minds are working. Our thoughts, just a reminder, I know you all know this, they bring forward our reality. There's a long dissertation. I won't go into that today. My guides want to speak about the notion of the eclipse, and it is this. We have an eclipse in the sign of Taurus. 27 degrees, I believe. There's much to be known. Please watch the astrology. But this is the purpose of this eclipse. As you know, eclipses bring things into illumination. They bring culminations. They bring shift and change. They give a reset point. So we are experiencing a change. Okay, my guys are talking about the galactic timeline, things like that. There's a lot of talk on the internet about light codes, and I've used those. My guides are calling it verbiage. We all use that verbiage to help us understand from within our human set point, wider concepts, greater truth, things like that. So they want me to ask everyone to be very, very philosophical, deeply philosophical in your viewpoint and your understanding in order to have the widest possible view of what is happening right now. And essentially, this is the illustration that they want to use. It is a story like this. It is a story of two hearts kept apart from each other for some reason. And they had to overcome a lot of obstacles within their immediate, okay, my guys are talking about their lives, but their immediate understanding and therefore their ability to create their desires. They were able to overcome them. They had to first go through some transmutation. That's what we're doing today and in the next 2 years. This energy allows us to create our own ascension moments because we are able to, in a yin-yang way, bond our hearts, fuse our hearts to the energy of the yin-yang. Okay, my guides are saying precepts and concepts understood visually by the human family. So when they were able to blend their energies together and bond it, they were able to have a quote-unquote ascension moment. That is what happened. And these two people rose through a chimney. They had to step into a fireplace. They rose through the chimney into the atmosphere, and they turned into swans, and they flew away. Swans, we're talking about Celtic Irish mythology, that true in the world in general also. They mate for life. This is what's coming forward in the human family. So I'm having a lot of energy come through. It's a very tender story. It's really beautiful about, quote, lovers that were kept apart by some overarching dominant force that did not want this bond to take place. So they want everyone to think about that in a very deep philosophical way. So the other reason they're choosing this card is because of the light. This eclipse is at 27 degrees Taurus. There are many things that are active at the moment including the fact that Taurus has Uranus in its first house. The change that is happening, if you look again into the astrology, you will understand this change, this eclipse, ends a phase in a greater cycle. What is coming into phase now is that a fixed earth sign is grounding the energy of Uranus into the earth, into this place. My guides are talking into our concept of the earth. So they're talking now in extremely abstract terms about earth as a felt place of understanding, an illusion, if you will. Many of us talk about those things. So there's a lot of that wrapped up in what is coming through. If you imagine the effect astrologically of an eclipse in Taurus carrying Uranus, you will understand what is being ended and what is coming forward. So Taurus, as a fixed earth sign, stands upon the earth. The energy of awakening is being driven, if you will, deep into the earth element, the realm. So the realm is the literal thing, the earth. My guides are saying all kinds of things. So the thing, the place that we believe collectively to be true. And that energy of awakening is coming forward in a way that is very strong now. And Taurus is the perfect, stubborn, earth-planted sign to drive the awakening deep into our root chakra, which is a lot of what this eclipse has everything to do with. So the awakening that's coming forward when Pluto moves out of Capricorn will be handed not just to Aquarius. It will be managed by Uranus in Taurus on the earth. The energy is beginning to be handed to Taurus because of its strength and because of its fixed nature to continue this awakening, this process, while Pluto finishes its work in Capricorn, the cardinal earth sign. So in this way, we understand this massive shift is beginning to come forward. And if you're new and you don't know, I am an earth sign. And I certainly feel the pressure of things being pulled asunder, awakening, shift, change, shocking change. I never thought I would ever leave Moonrise Cottage. And it slowly became very clear to me that it's what was happening and the moment was now. And because I've made my own commitments in my life to my guides and my path, I said, well, okay, I don't really want to go, but I know it's time for me to get out. There's something else I'm meant to be doing. Maybe I'm just meant to retire and fade away from YouTube. That's one of the things I've been contemplating. So the final decision has not been made. I'll let you know if that happens, okay? So we have this moment right now today. This is what's happening. You will hear a lot of things. My guides are calling it the YouTube, on the internet, about this eclipse. Much of this part of the story is not being told. It is the most important part of the story that you are meant to understand in these moments coming forward. So there's a lot of talk about light codes, DNA codes, things like that. These are the things that we are meant to understand and give a lot of contemplation to in these moments. So look, there is the judgment of skill. Look at that. My guides are saying, how massively beautiful is the understanding of this image? We are sitting in front of the love element that is within us. And we are meant to think deeply about where we have been, where we are going. Our vessel is full with the water element. You see how the shoes are blue? That indicates transformation. Through a deep understanding and an acceptance of where we've been, where we're going, what have been our struggles. This country, in the United States, was founded on an economic platform of human trafficking. It has brought us to the exact moment we are meant to be in with this eclipse, with Pluto in Capricorn, coming back around to our inception point. It's going to be in that place for almost 2 years. Pam Gregory will tell you, okay, go listen to those podcasts, during which time this is the continuation of the process. There's going to continue to be upheaval. There's going to continue to be unrest. There's going to continue to be conflict. But this is the purpose of it. So if you will bring your heart chakra energy into this awareness, you will be participating in the way that you are meant to. So everybody that is here, obviously, we're here for a reason. My guides talk about the tapestry. They're talking about energetics. They talk about quantum physics. I am not a physicist, but they talk to me about these things. So as we go forward, we're going to contemplate the heart chakra woundings, the type of strategy with which we do life. That is the Seven of Swords. Where are the places of dishonesty? And what will we do about them? How will we shift this, change it, bring it into the light? That's part of what's happening. And I promise you, over the next couple days, a lot of things are going to be revealed. A lot of secrets are going to come out. In another year, we're going to have to make more choices as a nation through our voting system, which is being actively corrupted in order to take choice away from people and skew it in one direction. My personal belief is we need to get rid of the Electoral College so all that nonsense will stop. It's highly unlikely. So we have destiny coming forward. What we think and what we desire and where we put our thought energy brings forward results. There's destiny coming forward. We are here to experience evolutionary change. So I see it happening in my own life. I understood it in these terms, so I responded and said, yes, amen. Bring it, whatever it's meant to be. And I've been really blessed as a result. So understand the purpose of the change. Understand the need for change in your own life to the best of your ability. If you get stuck, ask for help. There are a lot of people like me in this world. We're here to assist you to come to your own clarity. So in these next couple of years, reach out and get some clarity if you need it, okay? So the next thing, the next purpose of this moment is this. Look at that. That's the 10 of Wands, a quest for a new skill set, evolutionary change, with all the wisdom that is available to us here on this earth. The sign of Pisces, the sacred salmon, universal consciousness, sacred vision, the laws of the sacred universe, the stamina for the journey. So if you don't know and you're not aware, traditional 10 of Wands shows a man. We're looking at his back. He's carrying a very heavy bundle of sticks, wands. He's done. He can't carry it anymore. So there's something within our consciousness that, having reviewed all these types of things, that's the moment that we're at. We're going to drop it and we're going to move forward like this. Look at that. These are the moments that are beginning. These are the moments we've been growing into, building into all this time. And I feel really privileged that as a shy little Virgo, something I would never have done has come forward in my life. We all face these moments. I'm getting a lot of energy, so my guides they're pressing the point. We are in this moment. Destiny. Mind meld with the I am consciousness of the universe. Please believe that every single person that is here is moving this forward. There is no separation. That's an illusion. We are here to gnash our teeth against that which we have created. We do it together. It's an illusion that we are separate. We create the demarcations in order to bring forward this. This will emerge all across the earth. It will be rooted. We experience the I am consciousness rooted here in this place. Very interesting. So the process that's coming forward, Two of Wands, choosing a new pathway, coming into some evolutionary moment where a decision is made. In the mythology of this deck, the Celtic Wisdom Tarot, it's about the 4 directions, the 4 agreements. It's about reweaving by setting a new point, a new fork, if you will, a completely new pathway. A decision has been made collectively because of all the things that have come forward. We all want to start on a new path. The agreement about how that path will be and where it will take us is continuing to be formed in this way. My guides want you to look deeply into the illustration to understand the deeper point that's being made. It's going to be a lot of things that need to be spoken about. We're trying to remember ourselves as starseed in a quantum physics kind of way. We are beings of light. We do shift and evolve and change. And the light of the I am consciousness on which we traveled to be into this place, coming through the feminine portal to arrive here to have this experience. This is about self-discovery, reweaving our understanding of ourselves into our beings, and therefore choosing a new path forward and transforming. That's what this blue color is about. We're being released from a lot of things that have come forward. The ways in which we have bound ourselves up, we are being awakened into the light because we have been slumbering in large part. And we've been stuck to something that we now discover has not served us. So all of these things, again, woven into this moment and the larger purpose of Pluto in Capricorn in the United States especially, but all across the world. It affects the entire globe, the entire realm of Earth. An elopement, a release from that which has bound us. This couple, if you're not familiar with the cards I use, found a treasure map. They found the sacred bowl. They stepped on to the platform to begin to plunder all the treasure that was in it, and their hands got stuck to it, and they couldn't let go. This is the process that we're in. It's the releasing back into the water element, the flow of life, love energy, the elopement of art, the art of love, being released from that which had it bound. That is really important. It has everything to do with the water element. Look at that. There we are on this day, my guides are saying. And if you will simply take up this energy and this exercise, you will understand the way in which you are connected with the sacred realm, the way in which you are able to bring shift and change, the exercise that might help you all of us on this day. Take a few minutes. Connect yourself. There's a lot of transmission coming in. So over the last couple of days, my guides have been talking about the nature of human evolution and what we can think up eventually. Okay, my guides are talking about the butterfly effect and the 100th monkey and all those kinds of things. Eventually comes into reality in a mass global application way. It's why they've been talking about the tapestry. So there is a tapestry. We are woven together. The science is proving it more and more, and we've had the development of the internet over the last, I don't know, how long has the internet been here? Since the 90s, I think. And also growing in its application. That is growing. Now we have the cryptocurrency world. It is literally freedom from any constraint. When it comes to the flow of abundance energy, now available to every single person on this planet, theoretically, it's not perfect yet. There's a lot of problems, but massive changes is coming. There's a lot to be known about that. One of the people who I enjoy very much, the words, my guys always say the words that this person utters have a lot of wisdom in them. His name is Raoul Pal, B-A-L. Go listen to some of his videos on YouTube. He talks about it in very spiritual terms. Very important. The freedom of abundance for all to take part in. Unregulated by any government, by any central bank. Things that have not been available to individual humans come forward now as available. Surely there will be change. There probably is some need for regulation. I don't think that should be squashed. There probably should be some protections, is my guess. But if you think about that network that only was made possible by the thought stream of the internet and the changes that Pluto brought when it moved into Capricorn, everything having to do with freedom, revolution, and evolution. And so here we are on this day of culmination. That is Coventina. She is the sacred goddess of alchemy, the mingler. You see the portal there? The energy rises, and she has her focus on the mystical blending together of all the energies. My guides are saying that are above a buzz. I'm being corrected. So when we think about our own energy and how we connect into the tapestry, think about the physics of your astrology. What does it mean to be earthbound and to be carrying the energy of revolution within you as a Taurus? What does it mean to be earthbound as a Capricorn and carry the energy of the implementation of change through a very disruptive process? Pluto in Capricorn. You have to have the strength to bear it. And the Virgo nation carrying the energy of Chiron. Through these days, through the changes that we're having, transferring the energy from Uranus to Capricorn and back. Virgo, the mutable earth sign, literally is the transfer station of these energies that are going back and forth and back and forth. Our job is to bring some order, to refine the energy as it moves back and forth. So what I'm getting, the image that I'm getting is, my guides are talking about quarks and things like that. The invisible way that energy moves, we can't see it, but we can feel it, we can interpret it, and we can shepherd it if you put your mind to it in this way. So there we are. Okay, my guides are saying it's this way. There we are. We are to understand these are the moments in which these are the kinds of things that are happening here on the earth. So it's time to change our thoughts in these manners and to bring forward whatever is meant to happen, to get on board with the energy. It is light energy. We have manifested a tapestry. We have yet to fully realize as a class of beings, so they're talking about all the people on the earth, the way in which we think with our heart chakra, the way in which the vibration, the energy, the literal quantum energy of love vibration is changing. It's changing what we want. It's changing what we think is possible. It's changing what we are creating. So when you travel through these days that bring us to the moment when Pluto moves into Aquarius and the work of the earth energy is purely about awakening and expansion, understand that that starts right now, right in this day. And you should be able to see the shift, understand the shift, and begin to actively participate if you understand all of the story of your personal chart, your rising sign, your Venus sign, all those things. Where are they on this day? What is the energy that you're carrying? All of the elements that you carry combine. My guys are talking about electronics and other things that I don't know anything about technically. Understand that you are part of a tapestry, a system of wiring that is here, that's in our hearts, that's in our physical bodies. It shifts, it flows, the volume, the velocity. Okay, they're talking about all kinds of things that I can't expound on because I don't know the information, but go play with physics, go play with electronics, and you will understand yourself to be an electromagnetic being, part of a larger tapestry of electromagnetic beings. And all the energy that we send across the quote-unquote the cable that connects into the main, which is the I am consciousness, the universe. People have a lot of different words that they use for that. So we are literally standing at a gateway. This is the guardian of truth, the guardian of the gateway. She is the high priestess, the sacred feminine energy. This is where all of humanity, is standing on this day. These are all the implications that are wrapped up into a moment. So if you can understand that as the thematic purpose, then you will understand the next couple of years coming forward. And we have to choose. Collectively, I believe, by doing so as individuals, you have to go have an audience with the high priestess. My guides always call her the queen, with the omnipotent, feminine, mysterious power of the universe, to request entry into the temple. That is why the high priestess sits with the full moon in her crown and the new moon at her feet, holding the sacred scrolls of all knowledge. Between the two phases, pardon me, I'm being corrected, phases of understanding, black and white. What is it that leads us into wisdom? It's the middle way, most likely. So it's a moment when we can go and have an audience with the high priestess, each of us in our individual way, and request entry so that the gates of the mystery realm swing open and you are allowed and encouraged to enter. My guides are telling me allowed is the wrong word, so I note it. I think you will understand the inference in these moments. So if you have not looked into the cryptocurrency revolution that's happening, it's really starting to take off now. Another level, my guides are calling it attainment. It is a reflection of what's happening in our human hearts, in our human brains. We have awakened because we have Uranus in Taurus. It is about the radiant energy of Uranus. So we understand how okay, my guys are talking about the fire energy. What they're talking about is anyone who has energy in a fire sign. Where is that in your chart? Where's Uranus in your chart? What is it that's being awakened? How are you expressing and being utilized to assist the tapestry of the electromagnetic energy that is traveling along the circuit called humanity, now having created another desire because of the need for freedom and the desire for abundance? No matter what you think about it, if you really zero in on the notion of what has come forward in a very short amount of time, you will be astounded. I am not advocating, pardon me, for anyone to go and buy cryptocurrency. I think it's awesome. Please understand there's a whole lot of stuff you need to know before you do that. So, my guides now are talking about cryptocurrency. There are things online, there are courses online that you can take that help you really understand what you need to know. But again, when you talk about the tapestry, here we have something created that exists in the ether on something called blockchain that is set up to be purely electronic energy. It's fascinating for me. So we have this eclipse of the moon, which affects the tide of all the water elements here. Love energy being pulled into a moment of awakening. It's really astounding the way in which this energy is being pulled into its high point in order to be prepared to be handed to the air element, the water bearer, that moves it forward. So understand how in the realm of astrology, the philosophy of all these things come forward, and how all the elements are being utilized in whatever way they are. My guys are talking about my readings. That's how you will understand my readings going forward. So I think if I continue on YouTube, I haven't decided yet, it will be for that purpose. So I'm allowing myself to just become nothing, to have a 0 point in order to begin again, having evolved into my own life in these manner, the things that were appropriate for me because of my astrology, because of all that's true about my life and my particular being. So that is what we are all being called forward into in these days of the eclipse. And I just want to thank everyone who's here for everything that you're doing. You're here because you decided to participate energetically with your electromagnetic force in order to bring forward balance, justice. This is the justice card. The balancer. This sacred goddess has been split open, healed, reformed in order to be able to handle the energy that swirls around her. And her sacred purpose is to help the water element ships, those who travel on the love energy, to come safely into the port. So, okay, my guys are chattering. My guys are saying that's the full circle of the moment, if you will, and we all go forward. Whether you feel we are flowing or lurching, it is of the same energy. Understand how deeply you affect it, how your input into the electromagnetic physics of these next couple of years, very important, very important. Take heart, don't give up, don't get discouraged. Moderate your emotions if you can. I'm Aries rising, so I'm an Aries mouth goddess. It's challenging for me sometimes. Okay, gang. So I think I'm going to wrap. I'm going to head over outside of my streaming software to see who might be here to have a chat with. This will turn into a video. Thank you everyone for participating here in this place, for making the decision to incarnate here for these moments. I appreciate it. It is appreciated, my guides are saying. So thanks for being here. I'll look forward to seeing you again, hopefully soon. Bye, everybody. Hey, gang. Let me just see who's here. You know what? I might need my little glasses. Morgana, Madeline, Queen Bee, hello, darling. Hi, Marie. So glad you're here. Wawa's here. Yay, Jennifer. Hey. So, gang, I really want to hear, what are you experiencing in these moments leading up to this powerful moment that we're in, I really feel the presence of all of you here, so thank you for that. There is a delay on the chat, so if you type in a message, it takes 15 seconds or something for me to be able to see it, and then I think to keep the chat organized and reasonable, my guides are saying digestible, there's a delay in terms of entering another message. If you type a message, then you're delayed, I think, 60 seconds, I think. So I'm just going to sit here and patiently wait. If you have any thoughts, if you have any comments, if you have had any epiphanies in the manner, okay, my guides are saying, in the manner you are meant to have, meaning given your astrology, your electromagnetic energy, understand it's beehive time. So I'm eager to hear all of it, and thank you for being willing to come forward and say your truth and your thoughts and the things come forward to you. And I'm just going to read them out from the chat, okay? So let's see. Sometimes my glasses help. Sometimes they don't. So Jennifer, you're saying you're experiencing that you can no longer hide your feelings. Yeah, from people close to you regarding boundaries. Yeah. Yes, I think staying inside is a good thing. At least I'm feeling it. I don't want to go out. And I have begun to offer my services outside of my own website. And I just basically said I'm not available for the next 2 days. I need to be with myself. I need to do the things that my guides are helping me to understand about the way we go forward, so that I know I'm streaming forward the energy that's meant to come off of me, from within me, my guides are saying. Is there anybody here that's new that has not been connected to the channel? Would you let me know if you're brand new? I'm trying to decide if there's a part of me that wants to go back deep into my Virgo hidey hole for a while. I'm really exhausted. I have not finished my guides are saying I haven't finished the decomposition phase yet. And I don't know what I will do, but I've been feeling as though perhaps I will continue on until the Pluto revolution starts. My guides are talking about that. They're talking about February. And then I'm wanting to really just go someplace nice and warm with sand and blue water and just lay on the beach for a month, because I really need some downtime. I need to experience myself without any requirements. I know that's a fantasy we all want, or most of us want. I sure do. So I'm just, heads up everybody, that's what's going on in my mind. I'm feeling there's a new place coming forward for me. I don't know where that will be. I'm in total creation mode. So I'm just allowing whatever's meant to come forward to coalesce. And I'm really loving the experience of feeling that happening within me and around me. Okay, they're chattering on. Gang, let me check and see what time it is. Yeah, it's almost 2 o'clock, so I promised myself I would be 1 hour or less. If there are any other thoughts, comments, questions, wisdom that you can offer into the group, I would appreciate that. And I will wait another minute or so, and my guides just said, and we'll be off to the races, meaning into the deeper thought process of all the things that are streaming through to you as an individual, through me maybe, if that affects you or resonates with you. So I'm going to, they're talking to me about shuffling the deck. I think, here it is. Hang on. They want one of the decks that's way back under the camera. I'm going to pick a little something from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. Perfect. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, in order for me to do this effectively, I have to switch screens. So there we are, the journey. The Owl Shaman. 2-9 adds up to 11. So if you'll notice that the heart chakra has raised up out of the chest, and it is in the higher mind now, in the realm of the 7th chakra, the pineal gland. This is the process we're involved in. The mystery realm. Owl flies silently. Most of their activity is at night in the mystery realm. So this is the journey that we're on in a very shamanic way. And here's the purpose. Oh boy, wait till you see what's next. The sacred blade. Moving past the moment of change. That's what 6 is about, right? 5 is the initiation of change. We're in a very new spot. Today's the 19th. Think about the numerology of that. A brand new place. This is the ability to cut ourselves free and go straight forward into that what we are meant to have. Do you see the moon? I love the way my guides bring forward the imagery. This is very impactful. I just want to warn you. Look. Ooh. And you see how that adds up to a 5? Look. Something in our consciousness is changing. On this day. Seriously and literally. I happen to believe, you've probably heard me say it. Well, you heard me say it today, and you've heard me say it if you've been following my channel. This has everything to do with the purpose of the Pluto return to the inception place of the United States. Everything that's going on, my guides are saying, everything that's going on in the streets is completely reflective of that which was disordered at the moment of inception. And it comes now to be released. We can cut ourselves free from that in order, through this sacred journey, to reach the place where we are meant to be. That's us. That's our true identity. See, look, another 5. 32 adds up to 5. See? That is who we truly are. I love the image. Given everything that's going on, I love this image. It's perfection, isn't it? These luminous warriors. Here to help us bring shift and change. That's us. That's all of us. And we do have the ability, through the sacred staff, the shamanic staff, to lead ourselves forward through to the moment, one notch past the change into the beginning of mastery. 51 adds up to a 6. Very important energy coming through. And where are we going, of course? Across the Rainbow Bridge. All together. All together. All hearts. All nature of collective galactic energy, the tapestry. Flying forward into the future of this. The way in which we hold ourselves. See, another 5. That's 3 5s in a row. Thank you, Spirit. There you go. My guides are saying, we'll meet you there. Beautiful. See that person sitting there? So, gang, I think that's where I'm going to leave this. For now, there we are on this day. Understand the moment. It's very impactful. So, thanks so much for being here, everybody. I truly appreciate it. I'm going to end the stream. I want you to have a lovely day. Think deeply about all these things that can be pondered, my guides are saying. And I'll look forward to seeing you soon. Maybe on the solstice, we'll do another live stream. Okay, and we'll just check in together. Thanks, everybody. Bye now.